Good morning, children. Today we are going to see Biology Chapter 8 Body Movements, the next topic. So, first let us recall what did we see in the last class. We saw the introduction to the movements made by the body, right? So, the human body shows some movements only with the help of the bones and muscles. So, in the bones, we have the joints, which is nothing but the helps to show some changes in the position of the part of the body. Only when the joints help to change in position, the movement is noticed. Then we saw the three basic types of joints as immovable joints, slightly movable joints, freely movable joints. Immovable joints means the other name is fixed joints. They are fixed. There is not going to be any change in it. Example was skull bone. The skull is used to protect the brain. Next we saw the slightly movable joints, backbone or the vertebral column. So today's class you will get to know why the backbone is also called by another name called vertebral column. Then the third type was freely movable joints, which shows some movement without any restriction. Elbow and wrist joints. The freely movable joints is of again three types: ball and socket joint, hinge joint and pivot joint. Okay. Then we saw about what is the meaning of ligaments. Ligaments means a elastic hard structure which is used to hold the bones together. Okay. In the last class I showed you some images also. Today we can move to the next topic. We are going to see about skeletal system. Already in your lower class you would have learnt about the 6 types of organ systems in our body. But you will get to know about the bones present in the different parts of the body and their functions. Okay. So first, skeletal system. What is the meaning of skeletal system? It is the system which coordinates the bones present in the body. Right? So how many bones are present in the human body? It is a basic question which you have already learned. 206 bones are present in the body. What is the need for the bones in the body? The most important one is they provide the framework to the body. Framework means shape to the body. The shape is obtained. Okay, human beings means the shape like will be like with the hair, hands, two legs, two hands. And whereas if it is a dog means four legs, and if it case of in any insect, the shape is given to the organisms only with the help of the bones. So if you learn about the bones present in the body, then the system is skeletal system. Okay. So in the skeletal system, we'll learn about the bones, cartilages and the joints also. Already we discussed the joints. What is the meaning of cartilage? Cartilages means soft bones. Okay. So where do we see the soft bones in the body? Still now we learned, okay, bones are the hardest part in the body which cannot be broken easily. Right? So in the bones itself you have a kind called cartilage which is soft. So where it is present in the human body? You could see the cartilage bone in the ear. Okay, so this is the upper part of the ear. See, can you see a hand touching the upper part of the ear? There, even now you touch your ear at this position and the top of the ear. You would see that there is a bone which is soft but not hard as the other bones. Right? Now, touch the bottom portion of the ear at the bottom end. Now see in this image, the hand is at the bottom ear. That is the bottom portion of the ear. Here we'll call it as earlobe. Okay, so now touch there. It is very soft, right? It is looking like just like a muscle, a layer of muscle. Okay, so the cartilages are not too hard like the other bones and not too soft like the muscle. They are in the in between. So that is why I told that the cartilages are soft bones. You could have also come across this when you eat non-veggies. Okay, the small pieces will be there with the bones and flesh on it. Some bones we never can't at all bite it. It is hard to bite, right? Because it is too hard. Usually the bones are too hard to bite. But some bones will be soft and we can bite it and swallow. That is called joints. Sorry, cartilages. Okay, so cartilages are also bones which are soft, not too soft like the earlobe, as well as not too hard like the other bones which is present in the brain, rib cage, backbone and all. Okay, so you could see the cartilages in the ear. Human ear has the cartilage bones, the soft bones. Then next, parts of the skeletal system is nothing but where do we find the bones in the human body. Starting from the head till the toe, we'll go line by line. So, the step by step. So, first when you touch your head, you could see the hard bone cover called your skull. Right? The skull is protecting your brain. Next. So, when you come down, you could see your chest. Okay, touch your chest now. So you could see the chest bones, specifically when you breathe in and breathe out, you could see layers of bones in the chest. That is your rib cage. You would have learnt it as rib cage, that is protecting your lungs and heart. Okay. Then the backbone. When you touch your back, you could see a central bone running from the starting of the neck till the bottom. That is the backbone, also called by the name vertebral column. Okay, the other name for the backbone is vertebral column. Then limbs. Limbs means we have the hands and legs, which are again made up of bones. Okay, so in these parts only we could notice the bones, that is the skeletal system. Then the functions of skeletal system. What is the need for skeletal system? As we saw already, to give the shape to the body and protection. What is meant by protection? The bones are used as the protective organs. The protective part for the organs. Brain is protected by skull. Lungs and heart is protected by the rib cage. Okay, you have two lungs, so that is why the lungs are always in plural. You cannot tell it as lung. You have two lungs, one on the right and the left part of your chest, and the heart in the left part. So your rib cage protects the lungs and heart. The backbone is there, that is the vertebral column running from the neck to the bottom. Then the hands and legs, you have the bones for lifting, walking. Okay, so the protection is given by the bones to the organs. Then movement. Okay children, now please take your textbook and a pencil in your hand, open to page number 70. Pause the video and get ready by opening to page number 70 in your textbook. Okay? Now, see the figure 8.7. This is the human skeleton. Okay, so we know how the human beings are appearing to us, but when we have a look at the bones making up the human body, the exact skeleton network would look like this. From the head till the toe, it is just the bones which make up the body. See the skull, rib cage, the bones in the limbs, that is the hand bones, leg bones, even in the wrist and the foot, everything is made up of bones only. Then in the center, can you see here, this is the backbone, the vertebral column. Now normally when we look at the nearby person to us, does their skeletons show to us? It's a funny question, ma'am. It is not at all possible. Only their outer skin is visible to us. So if I wanted to know the shape of my leg bone, or if in case of any fracture in my hand or leg, how will I know it? How can the doctor treat it first of all without knowing where is the fracture, what type of a fracture it is? For that, we undergo a process called X-ray treatment. So X-rays are nothing but light source, a type of light only, which has the capacity to show us the shape of the bones. Okay, so now did you get to know that how the each and every bones present in the human body was identified? And we coined this skeletal network. Okay, human beings, its skeletal network will be like this only. An insect, its skeleton network would be in the some other structure like that. How did we get to know? Only with the help of the X-ray treatment. Okay, so if we go and undergo X-ray treatment, we can see the shape of the bones. Now look at figure 8.8 in your textbook, the nearby adjacent side. Okay, so this is an X-ray image of ankle and knee joint. Where is your knee? Touch your knee and see. Ankle means where is the ankle? The place where your leg and your foot joins. That is called your ankle. Okay, so this is your knee. If you touch your knee and see, you could see a plate moving on the knee. So this image shows the knee bones shape. And look at this image. This is the ankle. See, look here. A leg is coming and the foot comes like that. That type of a shadow seen above the bone. Okay, so this is how an X-ray image will look like. Even if any of your elders in your house, if they have undergone any X-ray means, kindly ask them to show you so that you would get an idea. If it is not available in your home, no problem. This image itself shows us very clearly. Okay, so this is how an X-ray image will look. It will not show any of the other parts of the body like the nerves or the blood vessels or the muscles. It will show only the bones and the shadow of the muscle. Understood? Next, move to figure 8.9. That is showing you the bones present in the hand. Hand means in the fingers, okay? So we all know that the fingers can be moved front and back. That is by opening and closing. But look at this image to understand how many bones are making each finger. Our finger itself has nearly 4 bones to make one single finger. Okay, so each bone here or joint That is what we learnt as joints in the previous class. Okay, so this is a separate bone, this is a bone, this is a bone. They are all joined together with the help of the joints. Okay, now look at the front part of your hand like this. Okay, not your palm, at the back of your palm like this. So, in the front of your palm, if this is your hand, okay, don't look at the palm, at the back you are going to see. Okay, on this side, this area you will touch it and see now. How do you feel? Do you feel that there are so many bones present there? Okay, that is what the bones which make up your hand. So in our hand there are so many bones, small in size, joined together, and the small bones are called by the name carpals. What is it? Carpals. So in our hand there are small bones joined. Each small bone will be called by the name carpals. Now move to page number 71, figure 8.10. Okay, if you watch this video also it's fine, or if you're seeing your textbook is also fine, and listening to the audio is also fine. Okay, now this is the rib cage. How does this look? It looks like a box, no? That is why the name is rib cage. Cage means to protect, like a closed box. Okay, so in this rib cage only the lungs and heart is protected. These both are also delicate organs. They has to be protected by the bone, which is your rib cage. Okay, so the rib cage will have the ribs. If you see here, some ring-like structure is coming from here. Yes, like this, rings. You should not call them as rings, you should call them as ribs. That you could feel this in the chest of your body. When you touch it and see your chest, the ribs, you could feel it. The ribs starting from here, they go and join on the backbone. See here, they are joining, starting like this, and they are joining to the backbone. This is your backbone. So all the ribs will form like a ring and join on the backbone. So you have here like a central line, that is your backbone, and on both the sides the ribs are present. How many ribs are there? There are around 12 ribs on both the sides. This side 12 ribs and this side 12 ribs. On the whole, they are connected to your backbone. Understood? So, the ribs go and connect to the backbone. Where are they going to connect? In the backbone. What is present in the backbone to get connect with the ribs? For that, see figure 8.11. So this is the side image of your backbone. So now imagine a human body covering this backbone and see. You could get the shape of your back. Okay, so the backbone is not a single bone. If it is like a single bone, like this pencil, can you bend or turn and look around? No. In the previous class itself, I told there is some slightly moving joints present in the backbone. Do you remember? Slightly moving joints are present in the backbone, I told. So, this is again a group of bones joined together with slight movement. Your backbone is not a single bone. It is also the group of small bones. The group of bones formed in the backbone are called by the name vertebrae. Okay, vertebrae. Okay, so I have written the spelling wrong here. Vertebrae. So did you get to know that why did I give the other name for backbone as vertebral column? It is called vertebral column because the small bones which join together to form your backbone are vertebrae. So when they are joined together, we can call them as vertebral column. Okay, the small bones which join together to make your backbone is vertebrae. How many such bones are present here? 33 vertebrae are joined together with the help of the joints to form your backbone. Understood, children? Then move to figure 8.12. This is an X-ray image showing your shoulder joint. So this is the backbone and you could see the rib cage, and from the chest only, towards the side of your chest, you could have your hands. You could see your hands, right? The shoulders start. So from the rib cage near to it, the shoulder bone is seen. Now have a close look at it. Okay, so here the two bones are joined here. What type of a joint is seen in the shoulder? Can you remember? It is ball and socket joint, right? That is enabling us to rotate our hands. Keep that in your mind. So we can rotate our hands because of the ball and socket joint. You should not blink at that time when someone asks you. Okay, so see here the bones are joined here with the ball and socket type. So that is why we could rotate our hands. Next, move to the figure 8.13. This shows the image of a pelvic bone. Where is this pelvic bone located in the body? What is its use? So still now, we saw the bones present in the upper part of the body alone. Skull, backbone, rib cage, shoulder joint, and your elbow joint, wrist, fingers. Now, in the below portion of your body, it starts with the pelvic bone. What is it? Pelvic bone. The bottom portion of the body is starting with your pelvic bone only. Okay, so at this point your vertebral column stops, right? And then your pelvic bone and the leg bones are seen. So what is the use of the pelvic bone is? They enable us to sit. Okay, so this is the part of the bone present below the stomach, and with the help of this bone we are able to sit. Okay, children, we can stop with this. So today we saw about the skeletal system of our human body and the various bones. I couldn't show you some colorful images because your textbook itself had a very continuous details of all the bones. So read these pages in your textbook for better understanding. If you have any doubt, kindly contact me, children. Thank you.